Hey guys, this is a quick warm-up video for you to do. You can do this pre-range time or pre-play. I even have some guys use it, at work getting up between calls. So all you need for this is just, you could use your club, you could use your driver. If you happen to have a stretch stick, you can use something a little bit longer. Sometimes that'll help with a few of the exercises. So we're gonna work our way from the top down. So first thing I want you to do is just look up and look down. So you're going to go as far as you can in each direction, going comfortably, going a little bit farther each time. So again, that's going to be up, going slow, and then look down, down, down. So chin to chest, all right, and then up, back, and forth. You can do about 5 or 6 of these to each side, going up and then down, down, down. Then you're going to turn your head over one side, okay? You're going to go as far as you can comfortably. We're looking for that chin should get to the midsection of your collarbone. That would be ideal range of motion. So each time you go further, a little bit further into that range, and then come back. Take your time with these. You want to go as far as you can. Neck rotation is important. We want, again, about 70 degrees or the chin to be midsection of the collarbone. So you're going to do, again, 5 or 6 times to each side, going back and forth. All right, and then ear to shoulder, same thing, going as far as you feel comfortable, going a little bit farther each time. Try to relax those shoulder blades down and back so that you always start with good posture here. Back and forth, back and forth. Nice and easy. Then we're going to roll those shoulders around. I want big motions, big motions. I want to see that you're really reaching all the way forward and all the way back with those shoulders, going both directions, 5 or 6 times in each direction, round and round, taking up all that space, really shrugging forward and pinching back as you go around and around. Then I'm going to have you just shrug forward, very exaggerated forward, very exaggerated back, exaggerated forward and exaggerated back, and taking up all that space, moving round and round, back and forth. Then I'm going to have you do some arm whips or shoulder swings. So I want you to just turn your hand as if you're passing the baton to somebody. So you're going to move that arm back, turning the hand. So we want to work on that forearm rotation a little bit at the same time, a little wrist range of motion, just kind of whipping that back 5 or 6 times, going easy again, going further into the range, going a little bit more with the whipping, and let that arm, just kind of the momentum of the arm, take control. Other side, same thing, whipping back and forth, loosening up, and always turning the hand, letting that arm turn happen. Get that little wind up happening in the arm. Then we're going to turn that 5 or 6 into a very similar exercise, and then I'm going to have you do both sides at the same time. Just kind of turning again, thumb back as you're whipping those arms back. Nice and easy. And then turn that into a nice hug, whip back, hug, whip back. You can do one, whip back, the other side, whip back. Again, you're turning the hand away from you as you do that. Next thing we're going to do after 5 or 6 of those, we're going to reach back. So now I want you to try to reach back, hand to hand. Do 5 or 6 with one side. Trying to reach fingertip to fingertip as best you can. Keep the head up though and shoulders back. Don't crouch when you're doing that. I want you to try to keep a nice straight position. Take your time with this one. Reach, reach, reach. Goal would be to be within one hand length width to fingertips to the back as you reach back. All right, then from there, we are going to grab that stick or driver, whichever you have accessible. In this case, I can use the driver. I'm just going to go overhead here. So as we go overhead, do a little stretching this way here, back and forth. Okay, you don't have to go all the way around. If you had a bigger stick or stretch stick, you could use that. Do make sure that you do a very wide grip, especially if you're a tall person with long arms. Okay, you're going to go all the way back. And then you could go around if you feel like you can. If you don't feel like you have the range to do that, don't do it. Try to, at the top of the range here, pinch your shoulder blades together. Sometimes that helps to get you around. You do not have to go around. Then we're going to do some figure 8s here, going around the head, Around, around, around. Loosening up those shoulders more, more, more. Around and around. Switch directions. And then we can do some arm extension and flexion here, way up, extend back a little bit farther. You can feel a chest stretch with that. Using the stick to kind of pull yourself away, push your arm away behind you a little bit more. And you can always go back to these if you feel like you need a little bit more time. You can go back to this one, do a few more of those. And you can go back to the figure eights, do a few more of those in each direction. And you can go here again, a few of those. Then we're going to put that stick or driver behind your head, grasping that. Just do some little bit elbow punches. Let's get that extra rotation going of the arm. So back and forth, you're just trying to punch forward. If this is too much for you, you could always put that here and then just try the same thing like that. Okay, loosen up that range. You've got that grip here. Nice and easy. Punch, punch, punch. There. All right, then we're going to dock that. You can open up your grip and do some good morning. So we're just going to tilt down. Important thing with this one is that you keep your back flat so that it's all hinging from the hips. You go as far as you feel comfortable. If you feel like you can't go farther than this before your back starts to round, don't go farther than that. Just ease your way into it. Going back and forth. You want to work on that ability to hinge nice and smooth. Get those hamstrings to loosen up. Engage the core. Wake up that core to be strong for you. This time down, we're going to stop. Go up a little bit closer to approaching setup position, but a little bit lower. Do some rotations. I'm going to let the hips kind of go a little bit with this. Rotate, rotate. I'm going to stand up a little. Rotate some more. Stand up a little more. Start to rotate more. Let's let the hips go a little bit more. Reaching, reaching, reaching back, rotating back. I'm going to stand up a little further. Rotate more. And then I'm going to just try to start bringing that all the way up. Arms are up, and turn it all the way out, and turn it all the way out. So what I'm looking for here is that as your arms are up, you're going to feel a nice big stretch in your chest. You're going to feel that stretch all the way down into the hip, front of the hip a bit, and reaching back with the arms so that you really elongate that torso. Get those shoulders to come back. So again, turning both sides to both sides. Nice turn out. Nice hip stretch. Take your time. Then we're going to dock that stick back down. Open up your legs. We're going to sit back into that. Open up the groin area. Sit back and sit back. So again, with this one, definitely want the back flat. I'm going to sit back and sit back. So again, back is flat. Just going as far as you can. Leaning side to side, lunging side to side. If a stick isn't steady enough for you, you can always hold on to a counter or the cart when you do this. And back and forth and back and forth. And we're going to come to center. Get that leg up in a stork position and do a little wiggle. Start loosening up that hip joint here. Trying to disassociate. My trunk is staying forward. Kind of work on that separation. Engage that ankle, rotating the ankle a little bit there. You're getting some play there. And maybe 5 or 6 times or more, depending upon how much time you have. And again, if the stick isn't enough stability for you, you do need to hold on to something sturdy. And just wiggle, wiggle. And then we're going to hold on to that stick. And then we're going to do some hip twists. Okay, so pelvic rotation is very important. You want to get loose with that. So from the side, trying to get those hips to move as if somebody was pulling you back from your belt buckle and pulling you back. So practice on keeping chest straight and just rotating, rotating, rotating. Loosen up those hips. Last one, we're just going to step back, engage the calf muscle by giving a little stretch with that heel down. Step back, toe, heel down. Nice and tall with your stretch there. Step back, nice and tall. Okay, as you step back, you'll get a little elongation here as well, a little calf stretch there in that back leg. Back and forth there. All right, and then that's it for the stretch. If you have any questions, call Body Fit Physical Therapy for all of your golf performance services.